Hi everyone, I hope you're all. This is CoinsKid. I'm just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. Thank you to each and every single one of you. Thank you to everything that you do, liking this video, sharing this video, and being a subscriber to the channel as well. Okay, thank you. So right now, Bitcoin on the weekly time frame after this Corona dump is just putting in this buy and go to the beat signal from CoinsKid. Okay, look at that. That's an amazing signal right there. These are like rocking horse shit. Okay, we did have one way back here in May 2019. We created that buy and go to the beat signal where the 20 crosses a 55 on the weekly time frame. They're like rocking horse shit. You only have to look in the history of Bitcoin. Def cross, bear market confirmation. Bull cross, buy and go to the beat signal, bull market confirmation. Okay, right there, we did put it in just there, but obviously we had that Corona dump, unforeseeable black swan, and we've come back up. And right now, you want to buy the support of this. Basically, this is all systems go for Bitcoin. This is an amazing signal right here. Okay, like rocking your shit, like I've said to you. So right now, Bitcoin is on the cusp of meeting these technical targets. Okay, these Fibonacci retracements right here. So I do think that you're going to see a march up towards these fibs here, and obviously you're going to run into them as resistance and fall back to key levels of support. But as long as you start working through the fibs, these are my technical targets. So I do anticipate that you're going to meet the 2.272 at 200k, right, in this bull run. You know, you're going to run into resistance. You always do. Okay, you only have to look at the charts, move to the left, and you will see Bitcoin in the previous bull run. In each and every single bull run, it's got to a 2.272. Look, and there. On that particular instance, it got to a 2.272. You can see the confluence with the Fibonacci where it's rolling back to support, in resistance, support, resistance, support. And at this point, when we broke the 1618 here, way back in September 2017, we got a bit overextended, came back to a key level support, the 20 on the weekly. And at that point, when we broke that, we absolutely started to go parabolic and vertical. And this is where we met the 2.272, you know, and actually got a little bit overextended from that. So we did get a bit overextended. So we'll have a look at that. That was around about 28% overextension on the 2.272. So I do think that Bitcoin will get to them technical targets in this bull run, okay, providing we can keep holding support. So right now, your Bitcoin basically is on its way because you're breaking out and you're forming that beautiful buy and go to the beat signal from CoinsKid. So if Bitcoin can continue its run right now and put in this beautiful signal of confirmation of the bull and then get up to these targets, you are looking at around about a 200k Bitcoin. From there to there, where are we? Let's get that knob on. Yeah, so you're looking at 206,118 Bitcoin with the overextension. If we go for a very similar cycle, the overextension of around about 28%, did we say? So you could be looking at roughly 260k per Bitcoin price tag, okay? But once we start to get through this 1618 just here, I would expect us to fall back to a key level support and then hold and continue with the trend. And this is where you're going to start to go parabolic once you get through this 1618 fib, okay? So that's Bitcoin. Hope you enjoyed the update. Stay healthy, stay strong. Thank you.
You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know.
Hope you enjoyed that little intro, everyone. It's just what I do now and again for those that are new to the channel. But yeah, Bitcoin, it's doing really, really well, isn't it? You know, it is breaking out. That buy and go to the beach signal just there was absolutely, like I said, gold, you know, absolutely gold. If you could have come back down a few years ago in 2015 and bought that one, you know, and you never look back really, but it will come again. We will get a bear market and we'll, you know, inevitably get this death cross as well, the sell and go to the beach signal. There will be a bit of a precursor to this in the fact that you're losing key levels of structure right here and you're looking at a blow off top, that rollover, you know, the dead cat bounce scenario and all that, which we never had here. We never had any of that. This is a rounding top, just like this particular wave 1, rounding top, correction into 2, come up here, wave 3, rounding top, correction into 4, and right now you're putting in the 5th wave just there for Bitcoin. So the question is, can it get to these levels? Can it get to these fib targets? Well, you know, there is a saying, history doesn't repeat, but so far it is, you know, to an absolute T. if we look at the previous history here for Bitcoin, you know, we came up round about May and we put that overextension and we came back to the 1272, you know, and we held it like a boss in July. Well, that's just here. That's exactly what we did here. We got overextended, okay, with a little bit of FOMO. This large third wave was a little bit too sort of FOMO-y. I think basically it was because of Tesla. You know, we were a bit ahead of a time here. It should have been a little bit more sort of shallower than this, like this particular run up here, in my opinion anyway. You know, rinse repeat cycle basically. We've got a little bit of over exuberant, a little bit of Wyckoff distribution in there as well, you know, the composite man manipulation, so they say. And right now we held the 1272, like I said to you the whole time. We was holding that 1272 like we did in a previous bull run. Okay, that was confidence of the fact that you were going to get the continuation, and right there you're breaking this height, and right now you're basically in price discovery here for Bitcoin. And the only way you can target upper targets, obviously tokenomics come into play, but I like to use Fibonacci, you know, and you can see that once you broke through this 1618 here in the previous bull run, you came up, got a little bit extended, came back to a key level of support here on the weekly time frame, which was a 20 EMA, like, you know, golden. Look at that holding the support, boom. And this is where you took off. You went parabolic at this particular phase when you're broken out of the 1618, and that's exactly what we're doing right now for Bitcoin. So the only way we can sort of have targets for Bitcoin moving forward is through Fibonacci, really, you know, and obviously tokenomics and potential trend lines that come into play, and technical targets of when you break patterns, and, you know, continuation and support. But right now you can see that Bitcoin is pretty much working its way through the fibs. Even in this run, it's the confluence here that's, you know, run into resistance there, roll back to the 1272 on that leg. Do you see that? Because it ran into the 1414 there, came back to the 1272, then got overextended to the 1618 here, came back, held the 1272, and right now you're busting above the 1618, just like you did in this leg here for Bitcoin, where you started to take off and go parabolic, okay, and everyone's standing there in disbelief at the upside there for Bitcoin, you know, and it's on the cusp of doing it again, you know. And this is why I've always retained my thumbnail saying 200k, the road to 200k, because it is a road to 200k, and it's always been the road to 200k since we got this golden cross down here. This was my original foundation to lay down the fibs, you know. Like I said to you so many times, when you have a cycle top and a cycle bottom, a bear market bottom, and you create this beautiful buy and go to the beat signal, you know, on the weekly, that is the confirmation. You come down, put your fibs down, and you can see where you're going to get the continuation. Unfortunately here we had this wave 2 come down, holding support like a boss, okay, but then we had that V-shaped recovery, the capitulation of Corona, but we never lost this low, which was really important. So we put in our 85% correction just there, bear market low. We've come back up and we've never looked back. So right now Bitcoin is doing something it's done before. It's breaking the 1618, and you're looking for continuation here. So I know a lot of people are saying, you know, and I respect people in the field as well. We've got blockchain backer who says 73k, blow off top, see you later. That is actually a technical target of this impulsive wave which we're going through right now, which I've shown you. Okay, we do have a 73 to, I think 73 is to 1.618, and then the 2 at 79k is the next impulsive wave target for me. Okay, and like I've shown you before, we're coming up here in beautiful impulsive waves and meeting the 1618 like a boss. So potentially we could run into that 73k, roll back to a key level support. Everyone thinks it's the end, and blockchain backer's correct, but then at that point we get the support and we come back up, you know, and it works in waveforms just like it did here. You broke out, you come up, you broke out, you come back for correction, and you take off basically. So providing we can go through this again, I'm not saying we will, you know, there's absolutely no certainties here, but everything's playing out the same. Providing we can, then these are our targets, you know. We've got the 2.272 up here at 200k, which has always been my forecast. You know, there's no lies here, no hopium, no bullshit. It's technical analysis, it's Fibonacci, you know, it's impulsive and corrective waves, and you can see we're conforming to the fibs the whole way. So until we lose structure, this is my technical target, and I'll never waver from that because it's technical analysis. Do you understand? So then if we do get the same overshoot that we did in the previous bull run here, where we got around about 28% overshoot, wasn't it? That does put us up there around about 200, you know, 260, 250k, that sort of ballpark sort of figure right there. So yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's in price discovery. When it's in price discovery, it's really difficult to chart other than, you know, potential tokenomics and Fibonacci. So if we look on the daily time frame right here, you can see we're coming up. For those of you who have not been watching the videos, you can see that right now we are marching through the fibs. Basically, we've taken out this local high, which was the all-time high just there, that wick high for Bitcoin, and with that we're now putting a new impulsive wave, and like the whole way here, like I've shown you numerous times. Okay, we came down, this was an impulsive wave, we came down, this was an impulsive wave, and each one of these levels met the 1618. Okay, so right now we've come down, we've had a correction, not as deeper as I would have liked, to be honest with you, and right now we're putting in legs for an impulsive wave. Okay, but at this point in previous history of Bitcoin, when we break the 1618, we go parabolic. So we need to break out of this sort of 1618 resistance, roll back to a key level support. Do you understand that? So these are technical targets that I think we're in right now. 74771, round about that sort of area of this impulsive break right now that we're going through. Okay, it's going to be tough. Okay, unless it just absolutely takes off and melts faces, who knows? But we're conforming to the fibs like a boss. So for me, that's a key level resistance right there at 74771, and then I do think we might see the overshoot in this impulsive wave to the 2 at around about 79,876 for Bitcoin. So yeah, it's basically Bitcoin. You know, it's doing everything it needs to. It's melting faces. It's pushing up. You know, it's taking off basically. Take care, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.